What's good, everybody on YouTube? This is your boy Akil McLeod, and I'm a full-time eBay and Poshmark seller. And in today's video, I want to switch things up a little bit and show you guys my entire thrift store shoe collection. Back when I was in college, I had well over 100 pairs of sneakers because I was just terribly irresponsible with my money. I just really didn't have any like value of a dollar, no real foresight on how to flip money and make more. But since those days, I actually sold almost all of those shoes. But nowadays, anytime I'm outsourcing and I do find some shoes that are in my size, usually I will still sell them, like those pair of Kobe 11s that I sold a couple weeks ago, and that's featured in my What Sold video. But usually when I do get some shoes that's in my size, I might keep them for a little while, just rock them to the gym, because I don't really care about sneakers to that extent anymore. But I do think by me sharing my thrift store shoe collection with you guys, I do think you might be able to know what to look out for while you're outsourcing for different sneakers, especially if you're new to the whole shoe game. So I'll show you guys my thrift store shoe collection, and if you guys enjoy these kind of videos, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so starting things off is this pair of Space Jams. Now, I picked this up, I think 2 or 3 years ago from a Goodwill out in California. I believe this was in San Jose, and these were in really good condition when I picked them up. Since then, I've been wearing them like crazy. I wear them to the gym fairly often, and unfortunately, I've become that guy that just wears like non-performance based shoes to the gym, and people usually say like, oh, those are good shoes, but for me, like I said, it's just sneakers nowadays for me. So these shoes are called the Space Jams. If you find these in a thrift store, they might have them priced a little higher. For the most part, the things to look out for when you're looking for this type of shoe is just to make sure that it's in good condition, of course. The yellowing on the bottom is almost unavoidable, especially with the age of the shoe. And I'm pretty sure these came out not too long ago. They re-release Jordans all the time, so I'm not exactly sure when these came out the last time, but you might be able to find some in your thrift stores nowadays. Only thing is to look out for some fakes, and I'll probably talk about that in a future video. But definitely be on the lookout for any Nike Air Jordan Space Jams, especially if it's in a really good condition, because sometimes you can get as much as 150, and if it's in really good condition, you might even get like 200 plus, depending on the condition. So definitely be on the lookout for this, and let's keep it moving. Next up is a pair of Jordan Cool Gray 9s, and I actually picked these up I think last month. I actually picked these up, and these were actually in my size, and I paid up for these. I usually spend anywhere between $6 and $12 for used shoes on a normal basis, and especially in my area. But the thrift store I picked these up from, they're one of like the mom and pop thrift stores, so they're very expensive, and they had these listed for $65 in the shelf. And as soon as I saw them, I could instantly tell that these were my size. And the thing with a lot of these sneakers that I pick up, I don't pick them up because I'm so into shoes. It's more of a nostalgic purpose, because when I was younger, I definitely couldn't afford a lot of these shoes. And when I got to college, I just really took advantage of that, and I bought everything. And now when I do see certain shoes, it still brings back that sense of nostalgia, so I still might pick it up. And this definitely fit that category. So I picked these up for 50 bucks after I gave them an offer. And that's one of the good things when you're dealing with smaller thrift stores. You can't really do that with a Goodwill or a Salvation Army, but if it's like a mom and pop thrift store, you can definitely, you know, kind of talk them down, and that's what I did to get these for 50. And I've been wearing these to the gym ever since. Super comfortable. And if you guys see these, definitely pick them up. They sell somewhere between like 80 and as much as like 150, depending on the condition. So definitely be on the lookout for these Cool Gray 9s. Stepping away from the Jordan just for a moment is a pair of Adidas Aniki Boots. And these were actually like a special collaboration with Bodega. But for the most part, these shoes were pretty limited. There weren't a lot of hype around these shoes, but I picked these up while I was thrifting out in LA, and I only paid 30 bucks for these shoes. And when these shoes first came out, they were reselling somewhere between like 150, some were like 200 bucks. But I definitely picked these up on the low for only 30 bucks. And I've been wearing these a lot lately as well. These shoes really comfortable. As you guys know, basically any shoe with Boost material is always going to be super comfortable. And in terms of resale, the whole Aniki model and Adidas Boost, it's not as popular, so the money isn't really there like it used to be. But if I was to sell this exact same shoe, I might get somewhere between like as low as 60 and as high as 80 bucks if I was to clean them up and make them look real good. So still be on the lookout for any Adidas boosts. I always sell boosts anytime I find them, and in this particular model, if I was to find them even in a different colorway, I would still pick it up and get at least $60. Now on to some more performance based shoes. I picked these up on a half off day at my Goodwill for, I think it was $6, so I paid $3 for these. And some of you guys may know this is the Nike Zoom Fly, and these are probably the most comfortable shoes I own. I wear these all the time. Like if I'm running to the post office to drop off some packages, these are the first shoes I'm picking up. And these shoes usually sell somewhere between like 60 to 80 bucks depending on the condition. I've seen some people sell these brand new for closer to that 80 range. But if it's in really good condition, you can definitely get somewhere between like $50 to about $70 depending on the colorway as well. So definitely be on the lookout for these Nike Zoom Fly. Next is another pair of boosts, and these are a pair of energy boosts. Now when it comes to Adidas, like the whole boost models, Ultra Boost is probably like the higher end shoe, and those still sell fairly decent, sometimes like 80 bucks, about $100. These are the energy boosts, so these don't cost that much money, and I picked these up about 6 or 7 months ago. This is when I first moved out here to this area, and these are brand new with the tag still on them, and I'm only paid 25 bucks for these. Of course, since then I've worn these quite a bit. I actually threw these in the washing machine and kept them clean. But if you guys see energy boost, you can definitely get somewhere between like 40 to about 60 bucks depending on the condition. But like I said, these shoes I paid 25 and I've been wearing them like crazy. Back with another pair of Jordans, and these are the snakeskin Jordan 11s, and these shoes I've had in my collection for quite a while. These, I remember picking these up while I was still thrifting out in Buffalo, and I picked these up for I think $10 or $12, nothing too crazy. But I do remember when I picked these up, this was like that, I don't even remember, this was like a crazy moment for me. And I don't wear these as much as I used to. I'll probably put these up on eBay or on Poshmark pretty soon because I really don't wear them. And these are actually supposed to be re-releasing pretty soon. So anytime shoes are re-releasing, usually the OGs, the ones that came out originally, sometimes the price point like drops on those, or sometimes the price point might skyrocket. So for me, since these are coming back out, I'm just going to put them out on the market, see if I can get at least maybe $100 bucks for these, since I'm really not wearing them. But similar to the Space Jam Jordans, if you guys can get these for a good price, definitely pick them up because they always sell pretty decent, because this number usually holds its value pretty good. Next up is a pair of Air Max 98s, and I definitely put this in one of my thrift haul videos, and I told you guys I was going to be holding on to this one for a while, and of course I did. I'm still rocking this one. This one will probably eventually be up for sale because these are not as comfortable as I wish it was, but Air Max 98s always sell well on eBay. I picked these up from a Buffalo exchange for about 35 bucks, and I had a bunch of stuff to trade, so I didn't really lose any money, but I bought them because I knew I can still flip these for at least $70 to $80 when I'm ready to sell them. So if you guys see these, definitely pick them up. They have tons of different colorways, but these always do sell well, especially for me during the spring and summertime when a lot of people are looking for more performance-based shoes. Keeping things going with the Air Max is a pair of Nike Vapor Max. I believe these are the utility highs, and these were, I picked these up maybe 4 months ago, and this was from a Crossroads. And the funny thing is, I kept telling myself I want a pair of Vapor Max. I really want to test out the technology, but Vapor Max right now retail are selling for like 190 bucks, and this particular model when it first came out was 220. So as you guys know, I'm definitely not spending 220 on a pair of shoes nowadays. When I did find these at a Crossroads, they were only 42 bucks. So I've definitely just picked it up for myself, and I've been wearing these faithfully to the gym. Any errands whatsoever, I'm always grabbing these, especially if I'm wearing all black. And as you guys know, I wear black tees all the time, so I'm really wearing these shoes all the time. And for 42 bucks, you really can't go wrong. Like I said, they retail for like 190 to 200. So if you guys see these in your area, still pick them up, because you can get at least, depending on the condition, if they're used, you can sometimes get about 120. If it's really good condition, like practically brand new, you might be able to shoot for a little more. But Vapor Max is definitely still a very popular style. I just picked up another pair off of Poshmark, and I didn't include it in my video because it's not actually a thrift store find. But as you guys know, I picked up a pair of Vapor Max, and I picked those up for 31 bucks. They were really dirty. I scrubbed them, cleaned them, made them look really good, and I'm just gonna keep those in the personal collection for now. So definitely be on the lookout for any Vapor Max. And the way to tell Vapor Max shoes is this bottom. This bottom is just really dope. It's super comfortable in my opinion. So when you do see this bottom, you definitely can't miss it. So be on the lookout for these. And got another pair of Jordans here, and these are the Air Jordan 6 Infrareds, and these are actually re-releasing again. So as you guys can tell, when it comes to Jordans nowadays, they're literally re-releasing these shoes over and over and over again. This one I picked up from a Buffalo Exchange maybe 2 months ago. I wore this to the gym a few times, not crazy because they're not that comfortable, so I probably will be selling these soon. But these came out in 2014 and they're re-releasing again. Sometimes when shoes re-release, the price skyrockets, and then sometimes when it re-releases again, the price plummets. And unfortunately in this case, I'm pretty sure the price on these will plummet. So I picked these up for I think 25 bucks, maybe 25 or 30 from a Buffalo Exchange, and I'll be lucky if I could get at least 60 bucks for these shoes because they're not in the best condition, but I just don't want to hold on to them anymore. So be on the lookout for Air Jordan 6s. These are definitely a very highly sought after shoe, so if you can find them for a good price, you could definitely get at least 60, 70 bucks, maybe a little more, especially since they're re-releasing now. Next up is a pair of boots from Zara, and now this is the thing for me. I would usually wear boots anytime I'm going out to dinner or just chilling. For the most part, I usually wear boots instead of sneakers. But these boots were only 22 bucks, and I actually picked these up yesterday. And the funny thing is, I have these same exact boots in brown, and I was wearing them while I was in Buffalo Exchange. And these are only 22 bucks. In the store in Zara, I remember seeing these. I paid 100 bucks for the brown ones. So I had to pick these up because I don't own any black shoes. But the thing with Zara shoes, they don't usually have a huge resale value. So if you were to try to sell these on eBay or on Poshmark, you might be able to get maybe 50, 60 bucks. But usually the price points of Zara shoes just doesn't really hold that well because they just sell a ton of stuff. And it's fast fashion. But for this particular shoe, this shoe is in really good condition. The quality is really good, and that's why I made sure I grabbed up another pair in black. So I'm pretty sure you guys won't be able to find these exact same shoes out there, but Zara shoes in general, if you can find them, definitely grab it and try to sell it on Poshmark because there's definitely more of a market for that brand on Poshmark. Next up is another pair of my gym shoes, and these are a pair of all red Nike Air Prestos, and these shoes are really comfortable, and these are actually a Nike ID, so that means somebody went on the computer and they made their own custom pair of shoes. So on the side it definitely says Mr. and on this side it says Presto. So I'm not pretty sure what that guy was trying to do. I don't know if he wanted to be Mr. Presto or some shit. But these shoes were super dope in my opinion. All red shoe, super comfortable. Had the gold hits on the shoelaces, so I really enjoyed that aspect of it. But I only paid $32 for these via trade from Buffalo Exchange. So I'll definitely be holding on to these in my personal collection for quite a while. And if you guys see any Nike Air Prestos, I see them fairly often in my area. The OG Prestos that usually have like a size, it might say size small, medium, or large. Those are a little more rare, and you could get some more money for that. Sometimes you could get up to 100 bucks for those. And the ones that are new age that just have normal sizes on them, something like this, if I wanted to sell it, I might be able to get maybe 60, 70 bucks, or maybe a little lower depending on the colorway. But definitely be on the lookout for Nike Air Prestos because people really do like them. And anytime I get a pair, I usually always sell them on eBay first. And last but certainly not least, this is one of the shoes that first got me into thrifting. And this is a pair of Air Jordan 17s. And these shoes are, I'm not going to say these shoes are beat by any means, but they're pretty rough. I had these shoes for a very long time. This is one of the first shoes I picked up while I was in college thrifting, and I remember getting these shoes for like $20-something from Amvets in Buffalo. And the funny thing about these shoes is that back when I was in college, I was wearing these like crazy because of course it was super rare even back then. And this is one of the few shoes they didn't retro in this colorway, and it even came with the I believe this is called like the mud guard or something like that. But this shoe, highly sought after. Because it's not in the best condition, if I was trying to sell it right now, I might be able to get maybe 100 bucks, maybe 120. But for me, this shoe is just super nostalgic, so I might not sell it. But shit, the way how I'm moving nowadays, everything must go because I got to get this cash. So if you guys see any Air Jordan 17s, they have these in white and red, white and blue, white, black, and yellow, a bunch of different colorways. But if you guys can find them in your thrift for a good price, definitely pick it up because they always sell well, and it's just a rare shoe, so people do like it. You get even more money if it has the mud guard or the lace covers or whatever you want to call it. So definitely be on the lookout for these Air Jordans. And that's all I have for today's video. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. That's just a little something different. I figured I'll share my thrift store shoe collection with you guys, and you guys can learn a little more about shoes. Smash the like button if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button and so you can get notified about more of my videos whenever I do drop, because I'm dropping new videos fairly often, at least 3 times a week. I'm trying to keep putting out content for you guys. And also, if you guys are interested in any one-on-one coaching or just any extra help with eBay or Poshmark, shoot me an email at DapperAdvisor@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as possible. And you can be a part of my pilot group. And with that being said, that's just going to be more hands-on. I'm just going to be really involved in trying to help you guys the best that I can and really craft my program with the help of you guys as well. So that's going to be at a really discounted rate, just to basically, you'll be helping me help you. So if you guys are interested, shoot me an email and I'll get back to you guys ASAP. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.